Yo, what's going on guys? It's Thrills here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an RC video. So this is the second video in my RC series. The first video I showed you guys how to make a thumbnail. This video I'll show you guys how to make a video. So my last video in this series, or the third part, will be how to make an RC post, and I'll show you guys how to design and make that. So let's get right into the video. So there are a few kinds of ways you can make an RC video, but the first main one being just gameplay with voiceover. Now this is pretty standard, but it's already been seen a lot of times before, so you're not really going to stand out to anybody, and the goal of this is to get you some players. So that's what we want, and that's what we're going to do. If you want to go the gameplay route, all you got to do is drag in your gameplay and then drag it into the timeline. You can basically use any editing software, but you can try and recreate the effects that we're going to do here. So instead of it just being normal gameplay, first we're going to go to blur. Now we're going to go down to Gaussian blur. We're going to get rid of the audio because we don't really need that. Instead, we're going to put some sort of music. I'd say put the blur to about 35, and then go to wave warp right here, and then copy my settings that I'm going to give you. Okay, so these settings are going to be 10 here, 400, 270, and 0.5, if I can get to it somehow. So there we go, now we have that. And basically now you're going to talk over this gameplay, and you can also put text. Now if you're going to put text, then you should put it into categories. When you talk about the individual positions that you need, like you might need players, you might want to do a section for that. So players, and then you say, you know, requirement 1, obviously requirement 2, and so on. For fonts, usually you'd want to go with like something Fortnite related, and Burbank Big Condensed is like the Fortnite font, if you will. So obviously center that, and then you can put that on the screen here. Make sure it's pretty detailed. You want to be very specific with what you're looking for in the player. Also, if you want wave warp on this, 10, 1000, 90.3, and then you repeat this. So you're gonna have your players, and then maybe you want your editors. Put the requirements that you want for your editors, content creators. If you want to copy, just press Alt and then drag from the clip. And then finally you might have your graphic designers. Usually these are the 4 positions you're going to want, unless you're looking for managers and things like that, but generally these are the 4 positions that you're going to want to have filled on your team. And when you're talking, definitely make sure to go into depth about everything that you want in this team, as well as everything that you can do for the players, or your content creators, or your editors, whatever. Just make sure you're specific, and make sure that you're enthusiastic when you're speaking, just so you get the people's attention and you make them want to join your team. So here I will give you some examples of requirements that you want. Of course, you don't have to do these, but these are some good examples that you would want your players to have, and that you might want to be looking for. So maybe you want to say must have a certain amount earned. So then you can go something like that, $200 earnings, and then maybe you can go also do like weekly streams. So earnings, content, and then maybe you might want age, or like must be above a certain age, because some people care about that. So let's say like must be above blank. Doesn't really matter all that much, but some things to keep in mind. Edits, montage, let's say, and then another requirement can be 1 year previous work. You might want someone a bit more experienced, so that's why. And then for content creators, you might want to say have a large following. And then maybe you can elaborate on that Maybe if you have a certain amount of followers that you want from someone, or a certain amount of subscribers. And then you could say regular content schedule. You might want something like that. You guys should really want to know exactly what you want from these people. So these are just some recommendations, but be a lot more specific and have a lot more requirements that you need. And graphic designer, it's basically the same thing for editing, like must have like 1 year previous work or something, / experience, I guess. You want them to be experienced. I would know a big thing for me is like must use Photoshop. It types so slow, so that's why. But and then we can just shrink that if it doesn't fit. And there you go. Those are some requirements. Now, you don't have to do this with gameplay. You could also just do it with talking. So this is a completely unrelated clip that I recorded a while back, but basically if you want to do like a face cam sort of thing to just, that's a weird angle, but you could do like a face cam thing to talk about it, and then you could just basically drag these over while you're talking. And then maybe for the different sections, like there's the editor player sections, you could have different leads. So you could have the player lead, the content lead, talk about the individual things. So maybe not just one person talking about the entire thing, but again, that is up to you. So you can decide on that. But if you guys found this useful or have any other questions about creating an RC video, let me know in the comments, or join my Discord where I can answer your question more in depth. Or you just might want to talk to me, so join the Discord then. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.